Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Elle, creator of Millennium Mystic, and today we are just going to do a tarot forecast for this Virgo season. Happy Virgo season, everybody. Shout out to all the Virgos out there. Let's get some Palo Santo going in here. So the way that my readings work are pretty easy and straightforward. I'm just gonna shuffle the deck and kind of ask Spirit to see what energies we need to be most aware of this Virgo season. This reading is not specifically intended for any one specific person. This is a collective reading or a collective forecasting for the season of Virgo. All right, so I'm just going to shuffle my cards. Today I am using the Fountain Tarot, and this is the deck that I kind of use for the collective. I kind of use for clients. I have personal decks that I use for myself, but I find that this deck just seems to enjoy being used for collective readings and for people other than myself. So we're gonna use these today. So I just ask that Spirit presents the highest information for our highest good to bring us into alignment with what we need to know for this Virgo season coming up. So let's just see what's coming up first. Interesting. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands. So for those of you who are familiar somewhat with tarot, wands represent the energy of fire. They represent the energy of passion, drive, ambition, motivation, sexuality to a certain degree as well. And when the Four of Wands comes up, if you look at this card, it seems to be that these people are working in harmony, projecting this energy that if I were to invert it, it creates a pyramid. So this kind of leads me to believe that this Virgo season could be really beneficial to connect with like-minded people. Connecting with like-minded people, people that are on the same wavelength as you, or people that have similar ambitions or passions as you. This could be in relation to work, but it also could just be in relation to like familial relationships or platonic relationships as well that aid you in support. In a lot of readings, sometimes the Four of Wands could be signified as marriage. This could mean an actual marriage, but normally it kind of means a unification or a marriage of energies that are in alignment with each other, that are building something new for the future. So this could be in relation to people, it could be relation to institutions as well. Who knows, maybe there will be some things that come through, new information that comes through around like charitable organizations or like cooperative organizations. Who knows, but that is a pretty good start for this Virgo season. So let's see what we have coming up next. And I'm not gonna do like a crazy hour-long reading because it's just a forecast. So let's see what's coming up next in regards to kind of some things that maybe we need to be made aware of that we aren't aware of. So let's see, for the collective, what is something this Virgo season that we need to be made aware of that we aren't? Oh, wow. More wands. We have the Eight of Wands now. So, okay, this is starting to get kind of good, especially because it's interesting, the juxtaposition, because wands represent fire, like I said, but we're in an earth-based season, Virgo being the sign that is ruled by the element of earth, planet Mercury, which we'll get into that at another time. But with the Eight of Wands coming up, this is a card about rapid change, rapid movement, not in the same way as like an unstable change is we would see in like the Tower card or something like that. But the Eight of Wands saying like, yes, it's a thumbs up from the universe. It's an energy that kind of says you're on the right path or in the right direction, you're moving forward. This is kind of special because Virgos are known for being very detail oriented. They're known for being very meticulously planned. They're very calculated in the way that they move through the world. And it's interesting because with the Eight of Wands coming up in the placement of something that maybe we need to be made aware of, it's asking us to see, okay, what are you moving towards? What are you moving towards? What plans have you made? What actions are you putting in motion to where you feel like things can start to progress and move forward for you? Have you been thinking about maybe taking some trips? Have you been thinking about career changes? These are all questions that kind of come up with around the Eight of Wands. But again, even if you look at this card specifically, the Eight Wands are all pointing to this island, and there's like this apex of light in the middle of the island. So this is almost like a retreat in a sense. Not a retreat in the sense of like you're running away from something, but a retreat is in like you're getting to go somewhere to expand your mind, to expand your horizons, to learn more information and inform this newness that you're already bringing in. So in regards to the Four of Wands, the Eight of Wands acts as kind of like a doubling. It's doubling that energy of things are working out in your favor, so move forward. That's pretty cool. So this next card that I'm gonna pull kind of represents we will say some potential obstacles that might need to be brought to our awareness. Again, this is a collective reading, so if this resonates with you personally, that's great, but this is an energy of the collective. So let's just see like what are some obstacles or some energies that we need to be made aware of so we can move past them and grow. I like to see obstacles as opportunities more so than like hard obstacles that are immovable. Sometimes that happens, but for the most part, nothing's set in stone. Here we go. We have the Moon card coming up. Now, the Moon card in my experience has always been a card that represents the subconscious mind, specifically related to our insecurities, or it could be related to some hangups that we might have around certain situations that we keep hidden under wraps. The moon, at least to me, has always represented like the subconscious realm. So with the moon coming up, it's interesting because based off of my own personal experience of knowing Virgo energy very well, and astrologically there's some Virgo stuff going on in my chart that is very strong as well. I do know that Virgo has the tendency to overthink to the point of almost paralysis, to where it can that energy can hinder the process or hinder any progress that is being made moving forward. It can kind of stunt the growth of that because it has this feeling of not being good enough or not being perfect enough. So with the moon card coming up, it's just kind of asking us, we might be called midway through the season of Virgo to kind of do some internal housekeeping, some mental subconscious cleansing housekeeping as well. There are many ways to do that, and maybe we can talk about that in another video. But with the moon card coming up, it's kind of a symbol to me that things are always changing. If you look at the moon, it's always in its constant state of flux of growing and waning and growing and waning. So with this energy coming up, it just asks you to be mindful of when you get into that space, trying to find ways to honor it, but not let it completely overthrow you, especially because if you look very closely, if you look very closely, there are these two like ghostly dog figures that are howling at the moon. And it's interesting because in my mind, those could be ghosts of our past. Those could be ghosts that we're projecting into the present. And the moon is kind of like this witness to all of that, or it could be a catalyst to all of those changes or all of those aspects of self. So really allow yourself the time and the space to sit with yourself to figure out where you are in your journey and what you can do to help yourself get to where you're going in a more gracious, easy way. This card also comes up to kind of ask you to give yourself some grace, because things are bound to feel uncomfortable sometimes, and change is uncomfortable. So yeah, okay. And then we're just gonna do a quick last card pull. This last card kind of represents the potential outcome, or what energy we will be leaving this Virgo season with. So let's see what's coming up. Oh, we have the High Priestess. This is very interesting there's the moon again. There is this duality of light and dark again in this card. So it's quite fascinating to me because when the High Priestess card comes up, and I tend to not really pull her for myself or for other clients, but when it is coming up, it is saying that maybe there will be some secrets that are revealed or some things that are brought to light that are essential in your growth and development, to bring more information that you don't have into light. This could be seen either way, depending on the circumstances in which a person is facing at the time. But the High Priestess, to me, is really kind of saying that, you know, honestly, I'm kind of reading this more as I could see this being related to something like government-wise. Maybe there's going to be some information that is revealed that is something that maybe people we already know on some subconscious level, we already know has been a thing, but there's going to be some information that is revealed that's going to bring clarity to a lot of misinformation that may be flying around at this present moment. So that is one of the things that the High Priestess brings up. She also brings up energy of mysticism, of esotericism. There's a certain level of spiritual power that she carries that is elevated her to the status of High Priestess. You know, it's a divine feminine card, so it could be related to some health things, or it could be related to some spiritual health things as well. Yeah, it could be related to some spiritual health things as well. So just be mindful about engaging with certain energies that you feel might be draining your energy or might be kind of siphoning some of your light away. We can talk about spiritual hygiene in a different video. If that's something you're interested in talk about, leave a comment below. So this is going to be a pretty interesting Virgo season. It appears, again, nothing's set in stone, and I'm just one person, so who knows. But if you feel at any point during the season that this is resonating with you, please leave me a like and a comment below, and we can talk some more about it. So I'm really looking forward to this season with you guys. It looks like the first half of the season, we have these two cards that are bringing in the element of fire. There's lots of light, there's expansion, which makes sense because we're kind of at this stage of wrapping up summer right now. And then you have these more dark and blues and blacks and grays in the end of the reading. So it kind of shows that it could be, you know, some dynamic changes happening as we start to go into the more subdued side of our cycle for the year. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick glimpse of the card so you can put it into context. Thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Again, if you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like, and comment below. I am really looking forward to sharing more videos with you guys. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media. That is Millennium Mystic at Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Let me know, what does this Virgo season look like for you? I don't know. Have you guys used this Fountain Tarot deck? I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, happy Virgo season. Bye.